Welcome to the Northumberland County Farmers Market Podcast. I'm Rebecca, also known as the Naughty Jam Lady. Welcome back. It's so nice to see you again. Oh, I'm so glad we could do this. So if the first weekend of the markets was all about the crazy weather, I would say that this last weekend was all about the emotions for me and the other vendors. But before we get into all of that, we have to say thank you to today's sponsor, Salsa Time for salsa lovers. Gluten-free, no preservatives, and comes in 6 flavors in 4 different heats. I have the classic premium tomato salsa in medium because Larry wanted to give me mild, and I went, Larry, honey, I'm going to need it a little hotter than that. He probably thought I was flirting with him, but I was just like, no, I want a better one. I want a hotter one. So I got it in medium, and mine's been in my fridge. It says refrigerate after opening, but I like it cold to begin with, so I don't like warm salsa. And I like that he has all the ingredients on the side of it. Oh, and the best before. Of course, he has the best before. Mine jams have that too. But I kind of, when I put the best before on my jams, I kind of do it flippantly. I'm like, oh, it's good for a year because those things will last a couple of years if they want to. Anyway, I have the tomato medium, but it also comes in pineapple, peach, kiwi, apple, and mango in mild, medium, hot, and heckin' hot. Now, that's the one that you slip in front of that cousin who won't stop talking about inappropriate things for the occasion. You know who I'm talking about. Everybody's got one. Sometimes it's me. No judgment. Sometimes it's me. And it will keep them busy for a little bit. You can try them all if you'd like to at the Coburg Farmers Market Saturdays at Rotary Harbourfront Park from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. If you already know where your vibe lies too, you can just go online to solsa.ca. It's spelled SOULSA.ca. And pick up in Coburg. And you can also follow on Instagram at Salsa Time. And then Larry, who is the brain behind it, you can just spot him from his vibrant shirts that he wears all the time at the farmer's market. I love it. I love that he wears like loud Hawaiian shirts because it does make him a lot easier to find, but also it makes him appear very confident. And I do appreciate that in a man. So thanks, Larry. I really appreciate you sponsoring today's episode. Okay, so let's talk about last weekend. Wow. The emotions all over the place. First of all, it was kind of chilly. Wasn't as bad as the weekend before. I was at Coburg on Saturday, Rotary Harbourfront Park from 8 until 1. And some women came by my table. Now, I'm guessing these women were like mid-60s. They were very pleasant, and they were from Toronto. Apparently, what they like to do is drive to Coburg, come to the farmer's market, do a little shoppy, and then they go and have lunch somewhere in town, and then they do a little shop of the main street, and then they hop in their car and they drive home. And that's what they like to do. And they came up to me. I need to grab something. They came up to me. Sorry, I know I'm kind of like off the screen right now, but I know you'll forgive me. They came up to me and asked me where Jeff was. Jeff made meat pies at the farmer's market, and when they asked me this, I kind of started to cry because Jeff passed away last year. Apparently, I'm just going to cry every episode now. I think it's the perimenopause, but also I really miss Jeff. So this is Jeff. Jeff passed away. I saw him on the Saturday, and then I think he had the attack like Monday or Tuesday, and I think he was gone by Thursday. So sadly, Jeff Walsh, who used to make the meat pies, is no longer with us. And out of respect for him, I talked to the manager and she's like, I can't. And I'm like, no, I think if you wait this year, I think that's for the best. So if you're looking for Jeff and his meat pies, I'm sorry. You'll just have to remember them fondly. So they made me cry. Thanks, ladies. They were really nice about the whole thing. I think they were more shocked that I burst into tears. It was early in the morning, though, so I'm liable to do anything that early in the morning. Jeff and I used to get along really well because he's from Toronto and I'm from Mississauga. So there's like a little rivalry there. So we used to tease each other like nobody's business. So anyways, we miss you, Jeff. And then a huge family came up to my table. I think there was like 7 or 8 of them. Like they filled the entire front of my table. And I was looking at them like, do I have enough popsicle sticks to give you guys all tasters? And I just said, okay, do you guys want to try some? And they all went, Victor, where's Victor? So I looked at their dad, thinking that was Victor. The youngest sibling walks up to my table. He was maybe 9 or 10 years old. And so Victor tried them and he picked out a jam or two. And then they took the 2 jams and they left. And I was like, So when they left, I went, thanks, Victor, because what else was I going to do? He was the only one who tried any, but they all trusted him. So Victor must have the good palate in the family. There's always one, right? So that was very sweet, especially after my sad moment. And then I had a woman, oh my God, this is so ridiculous, but it's so typical of me. A woman came to my table. She's just moved to the area, okay? I think she said they were from like Ajax or Pickering, doesn't matter. And she was interested in coming to the markets to sell. And I said, oh yeah, what do you make? And she said, something wood something. Okay. And I went, oh, nice. And she goes, and my husband makes charcuterie boards. And I went, oh, what a great idea for the market. You get a little cheese and a little meat and some grapes and some, I don't know, jam and something. And then they're wrapped up and sitting on the table. And then people can just come up and get a charcuterie board. And she goes, no, like a cutting board. And I went, oh, she meant a wooden platter that you would use for charcuterie, not actually a board of charcuterie. So then I was like, oh, I was kind of lackluster about the whole thing then, because like my whole like dream of like getting a charcuterie board to nosh on while I sold kind of went whoosh, right up. But you know, if you want to join the market, you're looking for something interesting, I would go to a charcuterie vendor and I'd be like, I will take your Saturday morning special, please. That would be wonderful. And like, how convenient would that be? You just come to the market, pick one up, and then take it to your afternoon event or like have some friends over. Sorry, my nose is itchy for some reason. Anyway, I didn't get it. I did get it, but at first I didn't get it. So that was highly entertaining. And also Nancy from Northumberland Soap Works, whose soap is fantastic, by the way. I really like her rosewood lavender. That's my favorite. We were talking about Mother's Day and like gifts for Mother's Day and what we saw online. And she said she saw a video of a woman who just had a dumpster dropped off at her house and was handed like an ice macchiato or something. And then the rest of her family left for the day. And she was like, that's what I want for Mother's Day. And I went, Nancy, I think that's what I also want for Mother's Day. It's time to purge. Time to do a little clean in house, you know? So just in case anyone's wondering and they need to come up with ideas for Nancy, she would like a dumpster and an ice cap. Pardon my burp, by the way. Okay, so that was Saturday. Saturday was pretty good. Nothing crazy really happened, which was nice. And then Sunday I was at Codrington and oh my gosh, for a place that's nowhere near the water, it was very cold and very windy, like surprisingly so. While I was there, I had just set up. It was first thing in the morning. Get this. A woman had a little dog. And she very flippantly, I think she had a coffee or something, or I don't know what she was eating, but she was eating something or drinking, doesn't matter. But she was like, she very flippantly let her dog pee right beside my sign. And so my friend Rachel from Stonehouse Candle Co. was there, and she goes, I think that dog, and she said it nice and loud too. Kudos to you, Rachel. I like that about you. She goes, I think that dog is like peeing on your sign. And the lady looks at us and she goes, no, he's not hitting it, just really close. And I looked at her like, girl, you got to be joking. Anyway, she was like, no, just very close. She let her dog pee and she left. I was so mad. Do you know, all day, because that dog did that there, all the dogs peed in front of my tent that day. Some people's children, you know, you just can't teach them. And she was like in her 50s. I don't know. Anyway, I'm still raging mad about that because that's gross. I had to put up with that all day. Ugh, no thank you. Anyway, and then I based my entire outfit on a set of earrings that I saw at Crystal Wilson's Designs, which I have bought one of her rings. This is actually a dragon. I know it looks a little bit like a frog leg, but it is like a dragon's head and a tail. And then I got this one. I really like her stuff. I'm really into green right now. So I bought some earrings too from her. Highly recommend. What else happened? Oh, my son's teacher came. My son's teacher, Ms. Gregg, always comes to see me on Sundays at Codrington because I think she lives in like the Brighton area. Doesn't matter. She's retiring this year after how many years of being a teacher, like many, many, even though she looks very young. Her parents were with her and they bought her a beautiful leather bag from Jim, who is right beside me, the leather man. And they bought her a beautiful leather bag as a retirement present. So she got to pick the one out that she wanted. And she's also a fine artist. So I believe she said she was going to use the bag to carry her paints and her brushes and her art supplies. So I thought, what a beautiful gift. Also, her parents are so sweet. So that was very nice to see Ms. Gregg. And congratulations on her retirement this year. I'm so grateful that she got to be my son's teacher for the first 2 years of his school life. Like, she has been amazing for us. So that was very cool. And what else happened? I feel like more happened on Sunday. Oh, I also had a woman say that she didn't like lavender, and then she went home with a jar of lavender jam. So try things. Even if you have it stuck in your mind that you don't like them, try them because you might love them. You just never know, right? So all in all, it was a pretty good weekend. Dang had a pretty steady line for the Thai food at Codrington. Mikosina was there. I have to say an apology. My friend Lisa, I have problems with her last name. It's not my fault. It's just how I was made. Her name is Giraldi. Not Giraldi, not Giraldo, Giraldi. And I don't know why I always mess it up. I think because I want to say it properly all the time that I like stress myself out and then I kind of like flub it. But anyway, Lisa, I sold some of her nuts on Saturday at the Coburg Farmers Market, and they went over pretty good. I mean, they're fantastic. I went and had girl dinner at her house this winter, and we had that with some goat's cheese and some olives and some chicken, and it was delicious. So I highly recommend the nuts. If you don't come and see me on Saturday at Coburg and get some nuts, go Sunday to Codrington. And then you can see Lisa and she can give you tasters there, okay? I might be at Coburg Farmers Market this weekend. I'm watching the weather. It didn't look that great on Sunday when I checked. And then Monday when I checked again, it looked fine. So I'm going to make some jam and we're going to play it by ear. So we're just going to have to see how the weather is tomorrow and hope for the best. I will for sure, though, be at Codrington on Sunday, just because I like to get out of the house at least once a week, and it's the long weekend. Like, I don't have any plans or anything. Do we have a party we can go to? Tell me below in the comments what you're doing for May Long, because I don't have any plans. Not that I'm saying I'm going to crash your plans. I'm just curious what people do on May Long. I think my mom always had us clean the house when we were young, because like we didn't have anything going on May 2-4. And when I got older, we just saw it as an opportunity to stay up a little later and watch movies or maybe have a bonfire, but we'll see. Who knows? That's what I tried to say there. Do you go on holiday? Do you stay home? Do you clean? What do you do? Put it in the comments below so I know. I'm just nosy. I want to know everything. I'm very curious. This weekend, I'll have my usual strawberry margarita, blueberry triple sec, French vanilla coffee cherry, as well as peach cardamom, because I like to switch it up a little bit, you know. Lavender, because that went over quite well last weekend. Apple jalapeno, in case you like it spicy. And watermelon, which has been very popular this year, which I love. I hate watermelon. It's not my favorite. But watermelon jelly, I very much so enjoy. It's quite tasty. Thank you, Salsa Time, for sponsoring today's episode. You can find Larry on Instagram at Salsa Time. Stop by the Coburg Farmers Market to meet Larry. He's a card. He's so much fun, and he's always so friendly and delightful to be around. And if you'd like to sponsor an episode of the NoCoFM podcast, you can find us on Instagram at NoCoFM_podcast. Or if you're not on Insta, that's fine. You can email me, NoCoFM_podcast@hotmail.com. And like, you can promote pretty much anything. Seriously, I'm not picky. Curling club, a shop, like a store, a website, a park. We're very inclusive here. You can promote pretty much everything within reason, of course. Within reason. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you to my co-host Suki today. You were just snoring. You were just snoring. Hi. She's like, I'm not having any of it. Oh, my baby girl. My old beautiful girl. Thank you to Suki for being my sleepy bum right beside me. And a shout out to my husband, husfriend, who made me a new podcast logo to take with me to the market, which is laminated, by the way. It's just that fancy. And I really appreciate it. It looks really good. It's really fancy looking. And I hope you like and subscribe. And if I don't see you this weekend at one of the markets, thank you for coming along again. I hope I see you again on Friday. Until then, cheers.